One of my biggest fucking moments was packing my car up, leaving Philadelphia and going to chase my dream in California. And meeting Corrupt and him saying, like, I was in a group at the time and him being like, yo, we fuck with your music, and just where the conditions that we were living in when I was in North Philly and the studios we were recording in, and like, we didn't know nothing. So we basically started doing it in the bedroom and then going over to Cali and being in the big studios and doing that and taking the risk after we seen that to just pack our bags up and move across country. So yeah, but I've done that. I'll go anywhere to chase my dreams. So North Philadelphia, 10th and Jefferson is just a kind of spot that's projects and it's kind of a, you know, not the best living situation. So it always was the goal to get out of there and try to build up and see more and get past that. You know, getting an opportunity to go to Cali, so we didn't really have no money. All I had was my hustle money at the time, and we just packed our bags up and just followed just because that was the first rapper that we ever met that was legendary. And was like, yo, he fucks with our music. He said he'll put us in the studio. He was saying, you know, all kinds of things, like, you know, and he showed up on them all too. Had it in the studio with Snoop and with Daz and Nate Dogg, rest in peace. And we got to see those studio sessions, and he would take us around and have us rap for people and put us in scenarios where we could work with other West Coast artists that were popping. Like, I remember doing early songs with even Terrence Martin when I think about it. Like, and now everything that he's went on to go do, and he's working on his own legacy that's going to be crazy in my opinion. But I just remember that time when everybody was just hungry and grinding and just put it on the line to chase this music. So the shit wasn't easy, that's for sure. But I didn't want to be hustling anymore like that. I want to be hustling a different way. I didn't want to be riding around with packs and doing all that. I didn't see any other way for me to really get paid and really have an opportunity to really push myself besides just, it was going to be that. I never see myself like really getting a job or nothing. Like, I only really had like 1 or 2 jobs in my whole life where I was working a 9 to 5. You know, I've always been a person that's tried to find my own way in the world. Seeing that what I was doing to make money and to live wasn't going to lead me anywhere positive. I was feeling like it wasn't going to last forever. You know, shit was happening, people were getting robbed. It was all kinds of just crazy shit was happening during that time frame. And we didn't know nobody. When we was in Philly, it's like we didn't know nobody that was on or nobody that could really tell you how to do it. So even it was just Corrupt. So we just was like, yo, he came from Philly and went to Cali, and look what he did with his life. You know, so we took that as inspiration. So we was like, fuck it, we want the same reality for our lives too. So we packed up and went out there. For real. I don't really think about what would have happened if I stayed in Philly because, you know, I've tatted on me, never look back. So we ain't looking back. We looking forward, just putting that work in. The advice that I would give to somebody who's up and coming, who is chasing their dream right now, is to keep chasing it, never give up, work hard, and don't let nobody tell you anything. Lock yourself on your vision and just put in the work for it. You know, whatever it is, whatever your passion is, man, that whatever that voice is telling you to go do, and you feel compelled to go do it, just do it as much as possible. Share it with other people. Be smart about it and just keep sharing it, building your foundation to get what you want, because places will take you other directions if you let them, or if you follow. Be a leader, man. That's how I really feel. Set your sights on something and spend your life achieving that, because you'd rather work doing that than to work for somebody else or something else that you do to just make it so you can live, can put you in a cage, because that's where nobody want to go.
We had to put him like idiots. He had a scene where he had to like drive up and down the block. So he in a Benz, and homie he doesn't even drive. He's like, grew up in Queens. He didn't even drive like that. He was like,
they said as soon as I left, I was speaking to people. I didn't speak to her. She got irate. She starts banging on the security. Steals on one dude. They wrestle her to the ground. She kind of a big girl, too. Just kind of wrestle her to the ground, wrestle her outside, slam her to the ground. They got her hands behind her back.
So many things that underlined in the industry that are fucked up, because once you get to a certain point and you just want to make music, it becomes difficult to just make music. I'm not there yet, but you know, I have friends with artists who are even further, where it's just like, shit, politics, you know, I made this crazy ass song and no one's ever gonna hear it.
And Pep Love had liked it and said that he wanted to use it. And then the Souls of Mischief had this rule that if they wanted to use something, that they got priority, right? And I guess he happened to play it for them at the studio, and they were like, oh, no, we got to use that.